One of the unexpected consequences of the Ukraine-Russia war, of Mr. Putin's invasion of Ukraine, is that it has legitimized the activities of the Wagner mercenaries, the Wagner brigade, the private army of Prigozhin, Putin's chef. Now, that's important because of the threats he made yesterday or the day before about invading Poland. That's threats to a NATO country, though of course not by the president of Russia, by his poodle, or one of his poodles. Putin, as we know, is a great dog lover, and but also because of the threats being made to Kosovo. Now we know that Alexander Vucic of Serbia he doesn't recognize Kosovo's independence and has threatened to send Serbian troops, particularly into the north of the territory. But President Osmani of Kosovo believes that the Wagner group is already smuggling weapons into Kosovo with the intention of creating dissent, building up aggression, and overrunning a democratically constructed state. This will have serious repercussions around the Balkans. It's something that needs to be resisted. This is one of the reasons why it is so important that this war in Ukraine is brought under control, because it gives license to thugs like Prigozhin. It's why it's so important to get around a negotiating table as soon as possible. This war cannot be allowed to linger. We need to negotiate directly with Putin and make it clear that there is a future for Putin should he withdraw his troops from the illegally annexed regions in Ukraine, and that there is room to negotiate for his fleet to be accommodated in Crimea. In other words, to go back to the pre-2014 arrangement, with reassurances if necessary. And that is something that can only be done with negotiation at the same time. We in the West need to focus on the other battle, and that is the battle for propaganda. And we need to counter the Russian propaganda, which is out of control and has been since before 2014. Russian television is an extraordinarily sophisticated mouthpiece for Kremlin propaganda, and it needs to be questioned openly, and other voices need to be allowed to speak. We need to engage with the Russian people as soon as possible and as clearly as possible, in an articulate and grown-up way, not in a sloganizing way. We need to be having grown-up debates in Russian, on Russian television, as soon as possible. And we need to convince the Russian people that NATO is not a threat to Russia. NATO is simply there to defend the interests of a sovereign territory that was invaded by a thug from the Kremlin. Very simple.